All right, let's talk about a puzzle. A scientific puzzle that had the smartest people on the planet completely stumped for 50 years. And now, AI has cracked it. And the solution, well, it's not just changing medicine. It might just change the world as we know it.
I mean, really think about that for a second. What if the answer to some of our worst diseases wasn't some brand new chemical, but a deeper understanding? A key to a biological mystery that, honestly, most people thought was impossible to solve. That's the story we're getting into right now.
Okay, so to get what's going on, you have to understand proteins. And forget about what you put in your smoothie. Inside your body, proteins are, well, they're everything. They're these tiny little machines doing all the work, carrying oxygen, building tissue, firing your brain cells. And for these little machines, shape is everything. Its 3D structure is its job. And when that shape goes wrong, things can go very, very wrong.
And this clears up something that trips a lot of people up. You've heard of the genome, right? Your DNA. That's the blueprint. It's the static list of parts for making, well, you. But the proteome, that's all your proteins. That's the factory floor in action. It's the collection of all those little machines actually doing the work. It's dynamic, it's alive, and it gives us a way better picture of what's really going on in our bodies.
So what happens when these tiny machines get built wrong? When a protein misfolds, it can't do its job. But it's actually worse than that. These broken proteins start clumping together, creating these toxic clumps, these aggregates. And these clumps, they're the direct cause of diseases we all know and fear. The plaques in an Alzheimer's patient's brain? That's a protein folding error. The tangles in Parkinson's? Same story. It's all a tragic consequence of a tiny machine getting its shape wrong. So you can see why knowing the correct shape of a protein is everything. But trying to predict that shape just from its basic chemical sequence? For 50 years, that was one of the grand challenges in biology, a real head-scratcher of a scientific paradox.
Here's the first part of the paradox, the hopeful part. It's called Anfinsen's dogma. A Nobel Prize-winning discovery proved that all the information a protein needs to twist itself into its perfect 3D shape is right there in its simple 1D sequence of amino acids. The instructions are in the box. So, theoretically, we should be able to predict the final shape just by reading the sequence. Simple, right?
Well, not so fast. Here's the barrier, and it's a huge one. It's called Levinthal's paradox. A scientist named Cyrus Levinthal pointed out that for even a tiny protein, the number of possible shapes it could fold into is just astronomically huge. If a protein had to find its perfect shape by just trying out all the options, it would literally take longer than the age of the universe. But in our bodies, it happens in microseconds. So brute force guessing? No way. It's computationally impossible.
So there you have it. For half a century, science was stuck. We knew the instructions were locked in a safe, but the number of possible combinations was basically infinite. Trying every single one would take forever. We needed a totally new kind of key.
And that new key, it wasn't a person or a new kind of microscope, it was artificial intelligence. Specifically, a groundbreaking system from Google's DeepMind called AlphaFold.
This timeline just says it all. You see decades of slow, steady, incremental progress after Anfinsen's discovery, scientists just chipping away at the problem. Then, in 2020, AlphaFold 2 shows up and doesn't just chip away at the problem, it obliterates it. It starts predicting protein structures with an accuracy so high it rivals the painstaking work that used to take scientists years in a lab. This wasn't just an improvement, this was a revolution.
So how on earth did it do it? It wasn't brute force, it was actually incredibly clever. You can think of it like it's having a conversation with itself about two big ideas. On one side, it looks at evolutionary clues. It says, hey, in millions of species over millions of years, these two amino acids always change together. They're probably touching in the final structure. On the other side, it considers the basic laws of physics and geometry. And its AI brain just lets these two ideas argue and refine and inform each other back and forth until one single, highly accurate 3D structure just emerges.
And then DeepMind did something absolutely amazing. They didn't just publish a paper, they used AlphaFold to predict the structure of nearly every single known protein from every known organism on Earth. We're talking over 200 million structures, and they put them all in a public database. For free, for anyone. They basically democratized an entire field of science overnight.
And this just completely flipped the script for biologists everywhere. All of a sudden, the bottleneck, the big problem wasn't how do we figure out the shape. The new, much better problem became, okay, we have millions of shapes. Now what can we do with them? The whole game changed.
And that question, what can we do with them? That's where things get really exciting.
Because with a detailed 3D blueprint for pretty much every protein in our bodies, we can finally start engineering medicines with a speed and precision we could only dream of before. This is the start of a whole new era. Just look at the difference. It's night and day. What used to be years of slow, expensive trial and error testing maybe a few thousand chemicals can now be done in months or even days. Instead of guesswork, AI can intelligently design and virtually screen billions of potential drug molecules before anyone even steps into a lab. It's a total transformation from trial and error to data-driven design.
And listen, this isn't science fiction. It's happening right now. Get this real-world example. An AI flags a protein called CDK20 as a potential target for liver cancer. Problem is, no one knew its structure. No problem for AlphaFold. It generates a 3D model in minutes. Then a different AI gets to work designing brand new molecules to fit perfectly into that structure. And get this, after making and testing only 7 of them, they found a potent drug candidate. Let that just sink in for a moment. A process that would normally take a huge team of scientists years of work and cost millions and millions of dollars was done in about 30 days. That is the insane power of this AI revolution in medicine. But as incredible as all of that is, predicting the shape of proteins that already exist is really just the beginning. The next frontier is even more mind-blowing. We are moving from simply reading the book of life to actually starting to write new chapters. Think about what that really means. For all of human history, we've had to work with the set of proteins that nature gave us through evolution. But now, with generative AI, we can start designing completely novel proteins from scratch. It's a field called de novo protein design, which is just a fancy way of saying making new proteins. It's about creating custom-built biological machines to do things that no protein in nature can do. We can design them with tailor-made functions to solve very specific problems. And this is a total game changer for one of the biggest challenges in medicine. See, a lot of the proteins that cause disease aren't rigid little machines. They're floppy and flexible and shapeless. They're called intrinsically disordered proteins, or IDPs. And for decades, they were considered undruggable because traditional drugs need a stable shape to lock onto. But now, AI can design brand new proteins that are like custom-made molecular cages, built to specifically grab onto these floppy targets and shut them down. So we're not just talking about better drugs here. We are witnessing the birth of an entirely new class of medicine. AI-designed proteins can go after disease targets that have been completely off-limits for the entire history of medicine. This could unlock treatments for diseases that have, until now, completely stumped us. And that brings us to this final, really profound question. For the first time ever, we have the tools to not just read and edit biology, but to create it from the ground up. The power is just immense, and the potential is almost impossible to wrap your head around. The question for us is no longer just what can we do, but what should we do? If we can write the next chapter in the book of life, what story should we tell?